I'm Ryan, and this is Marsh. I quit my job in the city to become a part-time hermit and full-time hunting and fishing guide, living on 283 acres of wilderness surrounded by national forests in the Ouachita Mountains. The Ouachitas are a unique and ancient mountain range. They run east-west. That rare geography creates a diverse ecosystem, home to white-tailed deer, black bear, coyotes, turkeys, bobcats, and mountain lions. I started this journey in October of 2023 with a bare 20-foot shipping container. I moved in on day one with no grid and no backup plan. Over time, it slowly turned into a home, one small project at a time. It's nothing fancy, but it's mine, fully paid for, constantly improving as I find the time and money. And honestly, it's one of the things I'm most proud of. My goal is to manage this land for wildlife and build a small off-grid homestead where guests can come and experience real life hunting, fishing, and living wild in the Ouachitas. Somebody's feeling better. I don't think she's 100%. I can still see her limping a little bit, but she definitely feels better. We'll just go for a short walk. Easy. So beautiful in the morning, all the birds. There you go. Let's go.
Seems like everything I own needs to have the oil changed in it right now. We ran into town and we got some stuff to maintain the feeders, which I really can't afford to be doing that either, but it was cheap enough. Right now, like trophy rock is like $12. I think trace mineral blocks are like $8 or $9. They're nothing. I got some batteries for the front gate. We're gonna go check that out. We're gonna move some cameras around and fill some feeders. One chore down, 10 to go. Baby deer. Camera's right here somewhere. It wasn't on this drop off. Should be right here. Got a four-wheeler coming. He may not see me. Yeah, he does see me. He's stopping. Sounds like he's turning around. Oh, he's coming right up behind me. Busted! Huh? I'm out here trying to find my camera. I need to grab my phone. I ran into a buddy of mine, and we're going back in here to his cabin. I didn't know there was even a cabin back here. Those mountains are gorgeous.
This time of year, mid-July, is when I really focus on minerals and feeding. The bucks are still in velvet and their antlers are growing very fast. But they're far enough along now that you can tell what they're going to be, how big they're going to be. Pretty close to how many points they're going to have. I maintain 4 mineral sites on my land. In theory, you want at least one for every 80 acres. So 4 is just right for the 300 I manage. Especially being surrounded by national forests, that setup helps me pull deer in that I don't necessarily see every day or live here full time. Right now is also a great time to kind of take inventory and see what you might potentially want to take out of the herd this year. I think that's very important to go ahead and have a list of bucks that you either have genetic things you don't want in your herd, like if they don't have brow tines, go ahead and put them on a hit list for this year. If you have a deer that looks injured, put that deer on a hit list. It's a great time to take inventory of what's on your land. And also, if you're catching glimpses every day, you know that deer probably lives on your land. If you're catching a glimpse every week, then you know that deer is at least in the area. He may not live on your land, but he's nearby and he might be back during the rut. Now, I know not everyone agrees with feeding, but I don't feed year round. I feed during antler growth. And again, in late winter when they're starving and there's no browse for them to eat. When you're looking around my land that I've had thinned, you can see how thick it has grown just with 1 year of sunlight. But that food is not here in late winter. There is nothing for them to eat. I also had the pine thinned out of my bottomlands, which is kind of where I'm at right now. This is on top of one of the mountains, but I just drove through the bottomland. That sunlight getting to the ground, the natural growth, provides browse pretty much all year round, except for in late winter. And that's what really sustains the deer. I try not to artificially feed them with heavy proteins and fats and fibers. I would like for them to get as much of that naturally as they can.
Of course, I decide that I want to break out some rice bran to put in the feeders, and out of nowhere comes thunderstorms, which I guess it was over 50% today. It's like 57% chance of rain, but it all said this evening. I don't even think it's noon yet. It's like probably 10:30, 11 in the morning.
Partly sunny and 87, 26 degrees. At Little Rock, skies were partly sunny. This is a special weather statement. A strong thunderstorm will impact northwestern McCurtain County through 1:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 12:39 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm 13 miles southeast of Neshoba, or 23 miles southeast of Clayton, moving east at 20 miles per hour. Hazard, wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour and pea-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, Gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Minor hail damage to vegetation is possible. Locations impacted include Baptiste, Pickens, and Bethel. If outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building. Torrential rainfall is also occurring with this storm and may lead to localized flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Frequent cloud-to-ground lightning is occurring with this storm. Lightning can strike 10 miles away from a thunderstorm. Seek a safe shelter inside a building or vehicle. You're listening to your weather radio, station WXJ49, broadcasting in Texarkana on 162.55 megahertz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook.
So, that's this storm. As the crow flies, we're only about 40 miles to the west of McCurtain County. To the east of McCurtain County. But all I need is a break. All I need is a little bit of sunlight for just like maybe 5 minutes. But I've already opened this bag of rice bran, power grub, buck grub, whatever it is. They're all something. It looks like it's fixing to lighten up. I need to move this camera closer to the feeder because I can't make anything out. And really, I have a newer Reveal Tacticam, and the one that's here is an older one. So I think I'm going to swap them out and put the older one out in the National Forest because it doesn't, it's just kind of, it's moving around every week and it's just running off a battery. And I think the one that's here needs, no, it was the one at the last feeder that needed a battery. I should have swapped this battery with it. But it's also got a solar panel, so it should be fine. They're just hitting that feeder back there a lot at night. And I have a feeling they're hitting this one a lot. This one gets set off a lot, but I can't, it's so grainy, I can't see anything. And then when I request a high definition photo, I don't get it for like 48 hours. So then when I get it, I don't even go back and look at it because it's so out of date, it doesn't even matter anymore. I don't know why some of the old Tacticams are like that and some of them are not. It's getting hot and foggy in here. I've got almost blue skies over there, almost blue skies over here. Windows are fogging up. Alright, it's kind of easing up a little bit. Let's see. If I can get out and get this done, where is this camera at? It's right there. That actually looks like a newer Tacticam. No, it's round. Let's see if I can get closer to this tree. I hate when these backup cameras on the Polaris only show half a screen. Okay, there's that. So let's take this camera down. Oh, it started raining again. Come on. Just give me like 5 minutes to get what I need done. I'm gonna get struck by lightning. Oh my gosh. All my boards are shrinking. Please don't strike me with lightning. Please don't strike me with lightning. Let's see. Let's see. I want to get... Oh, thunder. I hate this. I hate this. Please don't strike me.
Summer is when I move a lot of my cameras around the property and even out on national forest. By mid-July, the bucks are grown enough in horn mass that you can start to identify who they are from last year. But their pattern's still changing with the heat and the food and the pressure, barometric pressure. I like to run cameras on trails between bedding and feed. I like to run it at mineral sites and where I've seen fresh sign. Right now, I'm less worried about perfect camera placement and more focused on coverage and getting a good feel for what's living here, what's passing through, and when. I really try to get a bigger picture, so I try not to get so close to a feeder that I can, I'm not trying to get a close-up of the deer. I'm trying to get a pattern of how they move across the land, so I know where to set stands and where they're going to come from and where they're going to go. This is also a good time to start narrowing down which bucks are calling the place home. If they show up consistently in the mornings or evenings, they're probably bedding close. The ones that come through every few days, they're your cruisers. They may or may not be on your property. You're not close to where they're bedding. I'll keep adjusting cameras all summer as the food sources shift and the bachelor groups break up. Right now, they're still running in pairs, and it's not just about scouting for season. It's about learning the land and the habits of the deer that live on it.
Right here. Ready, set, go. Here comes the heavy rain. Oh shit. Are you kidding me? Ah. Ugh. There's that solar panel fully charged. Okay, is this on? Yeah, it's still on.